If you've ever worn proudly the busyness badge of honour, this video is for you. We're going to dive deep into the culture of perpetually being busy and explore why it might not always be a sign of success or efficiency or well-being, and might also not actually be very good for your business. I'm Rachel Roberts, and I'm a business and mindset coach helping ELT and ESL freelance professionals work out how to create a business that truly works for them, helping you to earn more, work less, and live more fully. In today's fast-paced world, busyness has become a way of life for many of us. We've all heard the saying, if you want something done, ask a busy person. And I can clearly remember somebody saying this to me a few years ago, and I felt very proud of myself as somebody who was clearly seen as very efficient and productive. It's very easy to tell ourselves that we thrive on the buzz of adrenaline and on being useful to other people. But have you ever stopped to think whether this perpetual busyness is actually a good thing? While the idea of being busy all the time may seem like a sign of success, it might actually almost be a kind of red flag warning you that there's something not quite right in your business or your mindset. We all go through busy periods in our life, but if this is a constant for you, there could be something else going on underneath. Sometimes being constantly busy is a form of self-numbing, or a way of avoiding emotions and thoughts that might otherwise come to the surface. It's a kind of addiction, not just to dopamine and cortisol, but also to feeling needed, useful, wanted, and so on. Now, there's nothing wrong with being useful for other people, but it needs to be balanced out with a recognition of the other qualities that you have that are not just about what you can do for other people or how efficient you are. Being busy is also not the same thing as being productive or being effective. Have you ever heard the term a busy fool? It's perfectly possible to fill our days and weeks and evenings and weekends with tasks which actually are not taking us forward in our business at all. And when you're constantly busy, it's quite challenging to be able to step back and to make the right decisions about what exactly are the right tasks to focus on in order to move your business forward. Very often you're just swamped with a never-ending to-do list of tasks, from marking to preparing lessons to managing client admin. You're constantly doing stuff, but you're struggling to earn enough and to take enough time off. And this is a sign that your busyness is actually something that needs to be addressed. This is where busyness can deceive us because it creates an illusion of productivity and progress, which isn't necessarily the case. Let me know in the comments, what's one thing that you know that you need to do in order to move your business forward, but that you never seem to be able to find the time to do? Just doing this might give you the push and accountability that you need. The key to escaping the busyness trap is finding time for big picture planning and prioritization. By allocating time to focus on your business strategies, on your teaching and methodology, and on your personal and business development, you can identify the tasks and actions that will actually move the needle in your business. Finally, let's look at the often overlooked importance of rest. Rest is not something that you'll do when you're dead. Rest is absolutely important as part of making your business function because it's part of making yourself function. Recent research has shown that our brains work better, particularly in terms of creativity, when we give them enough rest. And this isn't just sleep at night, but also the ability to work in a different kind of mode, sometimes referred to as wandering. Activities like going for a walk or taking a leisurely bath or simply sitting quietly can give your brain the space that it needs to be more creative and often to come up with solutions to problems. People often relax by watching TV, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't give your brain a rest in the same way as the activities I've just mentioned. When you engage in those kinds of activities, such as a long walk, then your brain is kind of freed up to make connections between things that otherwise might not happen and to come up with new ideas. Maybe you're struggling to find the best way to do something in your business. You try harder and harder. You focus on it more and more. You beat yourself up that you haven't managed to work this out. And then you stop, you go for a walk, you go and have a shower, and suddenly the idea just pops into your head. So allowing time for breaks and for rest and for getting outside is not just a little treat to give yourself if you've worked hard enough. It's actually a fundamental part of your business planning and prioritization. So what do you think? Is it time to recalibrate your relationship with being busy? It's worth considering if you're using busyness as a coping mechanism or a distraction from deeper issues, or if you're not prioritizing effectively, including prioritizing rest and breaks when you need them. Embrace productivity over busyness. Value your self-worth over and above how you can be useful, and make time for those essential moments of relaxation and creativity. Creating a freelance ELT or ESL business that truly works for you is a marathon, not a sprint. And frankly, it will never truly be finished. There will always be more things to do. That's part of the beauty and also part of the challenge. So take the time to rest, reflect, and recharge along the way. In the next video coming up on your screen, I'm talking about 5 stories we commonly tell ourselves to avoid taking action in our business.